We are now joined by Moe Vela. He was a senior advisor to Joe Biden when Biden served as vice president. He joins us today from Providence, Rhode Island. Moe, thank you so much for making the time.
Oh, it's my pleasure to be with you. You know, I always love doing Canadian television, so greetings to my Canadian brothers and sisters.
Well, lots of eyes in Canada on what is happening right now in Chicago. The Democratic National Convention starting up. Obviously, you're watching very closely, too. What are you hoping to see?
I think it's going to be a night of nostalgia and a very emotional. For me personally, it'll be extremely emotional. That's my former boss, my dear friend, the Bidens. You know, to see him and his long, incredible, multi-decade public service career. And it'll be I call it Biden Appreciation Night. So I think America, whether you like him or not, whether you agree with his policies and politics, tonight, I think we should all be focused on just being grateful to this man who dedicated his entire adult life to our country.
And Moe did something pretty extraordinary by stepping out of the race and handing it over essentially to the VP. Something that's something that you don't see. What did you make of that move? And I assume that that's what you're talking about, at least in part, in terms of expressing that appreciation.
Absolutely, not just that. To be honest with you, I think the appreciation has to come from the fact that he dedicated his entire adult life in public service to our democracy, in our country, and her people, and to the world, frankly. But look, I think that had to be the most difficult decision of his lifetime, to get out of this race. This was not what he planned on for this convention. He, I'm sure, had his heart set on accepting the nomination Thursday night. But I know Joe Biden, and I'll tell you, he will be humble tonight. He will be grateful for the chances and opportunities that have been afforded to him in all of his years of service and his one incredible term as president of our country. And so tonight, I think you're going to see passion, emotion, gratitude, humility, and plenty of nostalgia. But I also think he's going to be very grandfatherly, and he's going to advise the American voters tonight how dangerous it would be for Trump to possibly get back in office, and how perilous that would be for our democracy. So I think you're going to see some of that, but mostly heartfelt emotion tonight.
Moe, a lot has been said about the Democratic Party, the state of it prior to Biden stepping out of the race and now afterward. What are your thoughts in terms of how strong the party or how strong it isn't right now?
I've been doing this for 40 years, honestly. Actually, longer than that. I sang my first campaign commercial when I was 8 years old for Lyndon Baines Johnson when he was running for re-election. But actively as an adult all my life. And I honestly have not seen this happen in the Democratic Party in my lifetime. Barack Obama, of course, the energy was palpable. This is energetic palpability on steroids. I have never seen our party come together like this quickly. This unification is amazing. It's invigorating and it's inspiring. And it's just been 30 days. So now I do caution Democrats. We cannot think that this is over. It is far, far from over. We are the underdogs in this race. We have to run until we cross the finish line. We learned our lesson in 2016. But as for the party, unified, excited, hopeful, ready to make history. Finally, maybe America's ready to put a woman in charge. Long overdue.
As you say, it's just 30 days since the candidacy became that of Kamala Harris. You have just 3 months until the election is going to happen. And as we have seen in the past, when former President Trump has run in an election, really anything can happen. And that has been the case throughout so far this election campaign. Are they prepared for anything to happen over the next 3 months?
He is a dirty, wicked, evil man. And so, yes, anything can happen. And I will tell you, I've worked for many years with many of the people on Harris's campaign team, and many folks around her and advising her. And yes, they are ready. We know what he's capable of. We know the hatred he possesses. We know his divisive spirit. And so, yes, we have to be ready. You've already seen it in 30 days, attacking her for her race, attacking her for her gender. But this is not working anymore because I think too many beautiful Americans recognize we're so much better than that. And frankly, we're going to choose love over hate. We're going to choose unity over division. It's not them versus us. It's us as a country, and we've got to come together. And I think she can do that, frankly, and she's ready to do that. She's prepared and she's equipped to be the president. The contrast is amazing. So ready for anything he throws at her. We're all ready.
Well, let me finish, Mo, on a note talking about your former boss, your friend, Joe Biden, President Joe Biden. What do you think is next for him? What's going to happen after November for President Joe Biden?
I think that the rest of this year, you are going to see him serve out his term with dignity and with honor, as he has done his entire career. And he's not going to stop working until the last minute before midnight on that last night. That's the Joe Biden I know. He will be serving our nation until the very last second. I promise you that. And then after that, I am excited for him and Dr. Biden to get to enjoy one another, to get to go to their beach house or go to their home in Delaware and enjoy their grandchildren, and to live happily and peacefully and be an elder statesman. He's going to be an incredible elder statesman the rest of his journey. We all can learn so much from him. Hopefully he'll lecture and he'll teach and he'll give speeches, but I expect that he's going to have a beautiful, beautiful next several years, enjoying the amazing Dr. Biden, his family, his children and grandchildren, and just being of service in any way he can.
Well, regardless of your politics, I think everyone can agree he's certainly spent a lot of time, and it's a deserved retirement here. Moe Vela, thank you so much. Moe Vela, former senior advisor to then Vice President Joe Biden. He's joining us from Providence, Rhode Island. Thanks.
Thank you.